Hidden Golem Games.
All right. So we got another MTGO Vintage Cube League. And I've got a feeling that tonight's going to be a good night. Because we're going to first pick a Wasteland. I know there's Fractured Identity. Good card. There's Lorien revealed. But there's nothing too good here. There's nothing irreplaceable. Wasteland's so good, it's lost into so many decks. I'm picking Wasteland. I'm going back to my roots today. Maybe we get back at Thespian Stage. Sylvan Safekeeper, Tireless Tracker, Llanowar Elves. Any of those would be fun. And now, okay, this is a little harder. I don't get a second pick Strip Mine. What the hell? I think I'm gonna just take a Lotus Petal. It's acceleration. It goes in a lot of it goes in a lot of decks. It goes in every deck pretty much. There's never a situation where I'm not running Lotus Petal. Breeding Pool's also interesting. Mana Leak. It might be Mana Leak, honestly. But I'm gonna take Lotus Petal. And maybe we're gonna end up in like a Boros direction or something aggressive and just enjoy that. Maybe Pentet Prison comes back, maybe Shadow Spear, maybe March of Otherworldly Light. But I'm gonna slam that. And then Taiga. Not gonna take Oddity. Not gonna take G-Bard, not gonna take Death. I'm gonna just slam Taiga here. It's pretty good with Wasteland, lets me do a lot of the things. I enjoy it. And now I'm in for Oko. Do some Teamer action. Miss on the memory lapse, which is a little unfortunate. But maybe get back a Fanatic. There's also Reanimate. Reanimate's quite good, but take the Oko. Be ready for awesomeness. There's loot. Maybe we'll get back loot. I'm not going to take loot here. I could take Generoscent. I could take Daze. I'm going to take Daze, actually. I like Daze in this style of deck. Where I'm sort of casting out, try to speed out threats like Oko and then Daze stuff. This is, go with me on this. Just go with me. I know it might not be what you think is good, but go with me. Okay. Okay, now we've got Bring to Light, Sandstorm Salvager, Grist. Grist is quite good. Take a Grist, pivot to a Sultai action? No, I'm gonna grab Bring to Light here. I think Bring to Light gives enough versatility, does a lot of stuff. It's a good card. Pick that up. Maybe you regret not taking that Breeding Pool over Lotus Petal, but I think we'll get there still. And now with this, I think I'm just gonna grab Fabled. It's open enough. Doesn't commit me to anything too hard. Fixes my mana if I end up in a couple in a couple colors. It's pretty solid, especially with the lack of fetch lands I've seen. Having some other stuff to incentivize something like a Renin 6 or a Crucible or Ramanop would be good here. Okay, and then here is a Seeker's Chariot or Brawler. I'm going to take Brawler and see if I can go in the Domain route. I think it's a good start for Domain. I don't have the fetch lands I'd want for Domain, but I have the start of the cards I'd like for it. And taking it over a Seeker's Chariot. Seeker's Chariot's good. It's a very strong, card, but I think Domain could be interesting. I haven't drafted Domain in the new iteration of the cube. I've drafted just a shit ton of artifacts, so we'll see if I can make it work. And Bring to Light's actually pretty good in that sort of strategy where I can go tutor up a specific thing. Or hopefully get like Valky or something and be running black for Valky. So we'll see how that works out. Also makes the Lotus Petal pickup a little better. I talked about the Thespian stage, I talked about the Safekeeper. I'm going to try to take Draco and really commit to Domain here. I'm going to try to force it. Because if I can make that work, that'll be cool. I'll be very pleased. So we'll see if I can actually swing this. Oh man, you can get a turn 2 Draco and Cube. That'd be cool, pretty cool. I've done it before in non-Moto Vintage Cube, but I don't think I've ever done it on the Moto Cube. Oh, and the breeding pool came back. That's pretty hype. Yeah, that's huge. I really didn't expect that. This is a land that I think should be taken quite highly, just for the existence of Oko and well, Uro. Uro's a bit washed. Is Uro even in this iteration of the cube, or did he get cut? Because Uro is a very solid card, but it's hard to get the mana together for it. Ooh, this is tough. I think I'm gonna take G-Bard here in case I pick up like an Ajani or something. This is a deck that can it's not my favorite. The issue is these are pretty committal color-wise. Yeah, I'll take G-Bard and sideboard it. And now we'll grab Badlands for free. There is a world where I take Vindicate. And the reason for that is if you're doing mana denial stuff, Vindicate can hit lands. But I haven't found Strip yet. There's Velky. Apparently I just passed over Velky before, but I'm going to definitely take it now that I've got this Badlands and everything. Missing out on a Triome. A free Triome is a little unfortunate, but now I got Velky, Bring to Light as a combo for like the top end of this, and I've got just okay mana so far. I'm going to take Fallen Shinobi. Yeah, I could play that. I could see that being good. And a free Baleful. I actually probably would play that. I'm pretty high on this card, specifically because it exiles, so you could hit the Eldrazi that have Indestructible, which isn't a lot of them, but it's some of them. Ooh, free Mox Pearl. You get to hit Eldrazi, you get to hit Merit Lodge. You just get to hit a lot of different stuff. It's quite good. Maybe Sparas or Bayou comes back. That'd be quite good for me. Nothing else I'm super duper excited about. Manamorphose isn't the worst in this kind of deck, but we'll take our power and pat ourselves in the back. White is the one color I'm not currently playing, so that's a little unfortunate. But it's still good. Okay, there's Titania for that Sylvan Safekeeper. That's a little bit sad. But I do really want to try to make this work. I could take Lightning Greaves for the Nadu and just try to force that. There's also just taking Teferi. 5 Fairy's really good. There's Fury. Fury's also really good. I don't have any red at the moment, actually, though. I'm going to take Teferi. I think these decks can sort of slide into sort of Super Frenzy styles occasionally. I think once you're playing a deck with more than like 4 Planeswalkers, you're doing Super Friends light, in my opinion. Fury, no, I'm going to take the Teferi. Okay, Uro is in. That's good to know. And here I could take the Guide of Souls, but I think I'm gonna go for the Lotus Cobra. I've got the Fabled. I'm hoping to pick up more fetch lands. There's Phyrexian Metamorph. There's Uro, which will definitely wheel. If it doesn't, I'll be shocked. There's Guide of Souls. With that breeding pool wheeling, the Uro should definitely wheel. So I'm gonna pick up that Lotus Petal, and there's Scythecat Cub. Maybe that wheels. It probably doesn't, but I need to grab this Tarn. It grabs all my duels at the moment. It's so good for me. Missing out on Baraglyph. Yet again, I just keep seeing Baraglyph in packs where I like, need to take another thing. And even then, it would still be tough between it and Scythecat. They're both incredible cards. So, I haven't actually played with Scythecat more than like once or twice. I played with Bristly Bill a lot, but since it's been added to the cube, I just haven't been seeing, haven't been drafting artifacts lists. Sorry, have been drafting a lot of artifacts lists. Haven't been drafting lands as heavily. Here's Strip Mine. I'm going to take it. Hopefully we can find a Run 6 or a Ramanop, and we've got Waste Strip then. Yeah, that's pretty exciting. There was Dark Depths for the Merit Lodge combo. Don't have the Thespian stage, obviously. This is going to be interesting. I'm intrigued to see how this is going to work. Sort of forcing this deck and seeing how it works out is intriguing. I'm going to grab Leyline Binding. This is the deck for it. Temple Garden's good. I don't have a fetch that gets it. Maybe I get it back. If not, maybe Galvanic Discharge or Ursine Monstrosity. I'm gonna get back 2 cards from this, so we'll see what I get back from there. And I don't super want to take Copperline Gorge, but I am gonna take Tribal Flames. There's also Satyr Wayfinder, that's quite good, but let's go all in on the domain stuff. Let's find the Territorial Kavu and just be in there. Little low, I would like 2 more fetches probably and a Triome or 2 to get my domain stuff really online, but we're not at a 0 on how good our domain is at the moment. It's still pretty solid. Waste and Strip are actually kind of a non-bow with the domain stuff, which is funny because they're in the lands area of lands matter stuff. So it's kind of a womp womp, but domain and strip land, I'll say, like strip wasteland decks, strip land decks are in the dark market for crop rotation. They're in the market for run and 6. They're in the market for fetches. I think you can get some really good overlap there. And there's Bristly Bill. I'm definitely taking that. Yeah, no question about that. Othari's great, but Bristly Bill's just... Bristly Bill's just a phenomenal Magic card. Really, really gets it done. Would love to see a Nadu and some Greaves and maybe a bird or 2. Yeah. I don't know if Craterhoof's is still in this version of the cube. I know it was for a while. Ooh, I'm gonna take Spar's Headquarters, I think. It's a little tough. It's a little tough because no, I don't have a white land yet. So yeah, I'll take Sparus here and be happy about that. Sets me up to have that turn 2 Scion, turn 2 5/3, maybe 5/5 if I find the Territorial Kavu. But so far, all the other domain cards are have been seen, so it's probably likely that Kavu isn't like in rotation. Just statistically, there's only the 5. Titania came back around. I'll grab it. There's a Zeranorb Orb floating. No Urza Saga to get my Zeranorb Orb because Mox Pearl was in the same pack as Urza Saga. Urza Saga is another card that can be quite good in this deck, even though it produces colorless mana and doesn't have land types. Because it just, you recur it. It goes and gets your Zeranorb Orb, it goes and gets a Shadow Spear, you chuck on your Bristly Bill, right? Like, it's just, there's so much value you can get off of it. And now we're gonna grab Uro. And I'll make a 2-in-1 drops pile there. Scythecat Cub shows up. That's huge. If it wasn't, I'd probably be taking Arwen. Arwen's very good. But this is pretty awesome. We're sort of a landfall aggro list with some big hits in the Tribal Flames, Leyline Binding. Oh, this is interesting. I could hate someone off Dark Depths to sort of cut other people on lands. Knight of the Reliquary pushes other people towards lands, but I'm actually going to hate someone off Dark Depths. Just because if they're trying to do land stuff, I just want to say, no, don't do that. I'm doing land stuff. Don't take my Titania. Don't take my Bristly Bill. I don't think anyone's doing that because those cards came back. Free duel. Okay. Copperline Gorge is an interesting one. I don't know if I'll play it. I just don't know. Because it does really hurt to not have those land types. Like to cast out your initial brawl and be like, oh, I only have an island in play. Shit. Like, it's a 1/3 for 2. That sucks. I also think this Daze might get cut. I'm going to tentatively say that's probably going to leave. I'm just invested enough in doing aggressive things. There's Territorial Kavu. I'm going to take Chrome Mox. I think it's significantly better. I'm hoping the Territorial Kavu will wheel. I have been setting a very clear flag. And if it wheels, that would be incredible. If not, hopefully I can pick up like Overgrown Tomb. I know. Oh, I didn't take the Biotic Spar's Headquarters, so Overgrown Tomb would be a good pickup. Oliphant would be decent. Fatal Push is fine. Winds is fine. But yeah, I'm gonna take Chrome Mox just for accelerating into like a turn 1 Bristly Bill into turn 2 fetch land or something. Very nice. There's the Ramanop. I'm gonna take Ramanop over Cradle, over Miscalc, over Raptor. I've got the strip. I've got the waste. There's no reason. I've got 2 fetches. There's no reason to mess around with this. Maybe get Cradle back. Maybe not. If not, it's okay. Take the Ramanop. Live your life. Be happy. E-Witness. E-Witness is also kind of good with Strip Mine. But it's not really what I want to be doing. There's Headliner Scarlet. Headliner Scarlet's a very good way to end games. Got a good amount of lands. Yeah, I think I'll pick her up. Haven't seen a lot of red yet. I've got a good, like, haven't taken a lot of red. I've got a good amount of red fixing. So it's kind of free. Chain Lightning, Springheart. I'm gonna take Springheart here. I'm really hoping for another fetch. There is White of the Reliquary. That card is quite strong. There's a Jet Mirrors. Maybe we get Jet Mirrors back. But take the Springheart and just really, just praying for another fetch, or 2, praying for a Ren 6. Some combo of 2 of the 3 of 2 more fetches and a Ren 6. If we get that, this deck will be in a very good spot. Currently, I'm gonna say, before I say, I'm gonna look at this pack. This could be the time to take Bright Glass. I think I have the support for it. What does it go get? It gets 2 artifacts. I don't have the Zoran Orb. There's Giver. Giver's quite good. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna see if I can swing Bright Glass in this deck. What's my land count though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10. Oh right, I'm not gonna count these. So 10, we're at like 19 playables. It's a little low. Walk-in Closet. I don't love it. Man, I really wish I'd gotten that Zoran Orb. I have so many ways to grab it now. But I think Walk-in Closet's still... It's not great. I don't have quite enough fetches to make it incredible yet. Luminarch's also quite scary. I'm going to take Luminarch here. I'm going to take Luminarch. There's another fetch. There is a Field of the Dead here that I'm not going to see. I'm going to see 1 card from this pack. It's probably General Ferris Rockrick. Maybe it's not. It's either that or Virtue of Loyalty, probably, even though this card's kind of busted. But I'm going to take Polluted Delta. It's just so good in my deck, especially with this Ramanop now. Maybe get Field. If I get Field, that would be kind of sick. This is a deck that could definitely make good use of it. We're on 10 lands, probably 1 of each basic. Maybe not a blue or a white. So 3 basics plus that. Sylvan Library. I was also Ketria Triumph though. I really do like Ketria Triumph. Sylvan Library can just win games for decks like this because you're already... Yeah, I'm gonna take Library. I'm already in the running. Oh, Territorial Kavu comes back. I'm already in the running for another Triumph coming back. It probably won't, but if it does, it would be good. I don't need a ton of Triumphs, especially with that second fetch. The reason I like Sylvan, with these 3 pieces of acceleration and dumping my hand, I'm already planning to be the beatdown. Mono red or like really aggressive Boros aggro might be a little bit faster than me, but I'm going to outscale them anyway. And so getting to pay 8 life to Sylvan for 2 extra cards can just be so worth it. And most decks don't have great ways to interact with Sylvan. So I think it's a very solid plan most of the time. If this was 1 mana and Bright Glass could grab it, that would be pretty neat. I could take Underground Mortuary. I don't hate that, but I kind of just want to grab Unholy Heat for the Ragavans of the world. So there's taking a Cult Epiphany here. I've got a good amount of types. Artifacts, enchantments, planeswalkers, lands. I don't have a lot of instants and sorceries. I could just take Lush Portico for another dual type land. I'm going to take the Portico. That was a split second. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Taking the Portico. It's another tap land. I'm only at 3 tap lands. I'm going to count Fable as a fit tap land right now. I'm about to be at 4, which is... maybe the Portico goes, but I don't think so. I'll take GT for the creature matchup. But the Surveil is nice, and dual type lands are just so good here. Come on, last pick. Field of the Dead. Last pick, Field of the Dead. Last pick, Field of the Dead. Everything worked out perfectly. Last pick, Field of the Dead. It's 36 with 50. Oh my god. Okay, if I don't at least 2-1, I'm terrible at Magic. Or my opponents were cheating. It's probably that they're cheating. So 13, 14 lands, add 3 basics. This is my deck. Sideboard a GT. Sideboard a Daze against combo. Yeah. Green, white. Okay, let's count my sources. I'll count my sources. I'll add basics. I'll go over it. I'll see you in match 1. So we have ourselves a match 1. We're on the play. And I'm hoping for just an incredible hand. I don't hate it. This is a turn 2 Scion. Holy shit, the dream is real. Don't Thoughtseize me. Spar's headquarters. Is that what you even take if you Thoughtseize me, though? Like, would you even do that? I'm gonna get Thoughtseized. Watch. Skull Clamp. Interesting. Not what I expected. Watch this. Watch this shit. Turn 2, 4/4 flyer. Turn 2, 5/5. Oh my god. And then you enchant it with a Spring Heart. Oh. This is amazing. This is so good. This is sick. This is gonna go great, I think. I have good feelings about this. Oh, and we get the Lotus Petal. Okay. Begin combat. Oh, removal spell. I mean, even if it just is a lightning rod for a removal spell, and then I Territorial Kavu, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. That's wow. Okay, this might be strong. When you get kind of the perfect cards, the deck might be strong. Oh. Let's see what we can do. Swing. It's crazy there's not a removal spell here. Cast out a Lotus Petal. I actually kind of want to just Spring Heart the Scion here. This is definitely where a removal spell comes down, right? It's gotta be. Okay. Go into the ability. Oh my god. Okay. I think we're doing something here. Velia, blink the token. That's a little unfortunate, but it's still a 5/5. Oh, Velia. Velia's good. Do you blink the token or do you blink the original? That's the question. What we blinking? Oh god. I have a bad feeling about like a K command blowing up the Scion of Draco and making me discard a card. Okay, just to Vindicate on the permanent, and then you eat the Scion of Draco token. That's a little unfortunate, but... sad. Sad days. Okay. God, Felia's a messed up Magic card. And Velky wouldn't have even gotten it. Scythe Cat is good, but I am just going to go for the Territorial Kavu. Here's a 5/5. Hit you for 1. Game plan. There's also the play the Sylvan Library there. Oh man, if I just lose to Vindicate Felia, that's gonna suck. Another just Mardu for Touch the Spirit Realm. Okay. Jesus Christ. Removal dot hand. Imagine they eat a token, they blink, they Touch the Spirit Realm. Oh, Guide of Souls. Okay. Okay. Not the best at the moment. I'm in a little bit of dire straits. I'd love to draw a green source. I'm gonna F6. I'd love to draw a green source so I could Scythe Cat and Sylvan. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, we're just gonna play out the Neshoba Brawler. All the domain, and I will just trade it with Veli if need be. Really, really, really would like to find another land here. They're flooding a bit and stealing all my lands. I'm on a shit ton of lands. Oh, God. Okay. I will trade with Felia and give them the cards, because Felia is such a menace. What are we blinking? Oh, we're blinking out. And then a Neshoba Brawler. Okay. No blocks. I take 4. Any effects? Nope. Return to play. No Containment Priest in response or anything. Okay. I'm not gonna Valky. I'm going to move to combat. Swing for 5. Oh, they've got the Wandering Emperor. Okay. Wow. They really had just the removal hand. I'm going to concede this game. Let's go to the next one. I'm going to lose here to just damage and everything. God, that is super rough. Cut Sylvan. Yeah, cut Sylvan. I could bring in Fallen, but wow, that was such a good hand too. It just kind of had the perfect answers with the Felia blinking the token. Felia token eating. I wish Felia said non-token a little bit. It would make the card significantly worse, but it would. That would be kind of good. It would balance it a bit because the card is pretty ridiculous. What is this? 1 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a turn. 3 Brain Delight Valky. Yeah, I'll keep this. Play Jet Mirrors. Play out Pearl because of hand attack. Go. Go Power Rangers. Oh, give her runes. Okay. I am going to cast out Scythe Cat Cub. I am going to play Aspara's Headquarters. Put a land thingy on that. Go. Okay. Oh, are they holding like a Mana Tithe or something? Because that would really blow. Badlands. Scythe Cat Cub. Chrome Mox. Exile Ramanop. Green. Blue. Black. White. Green. Done. Let's go get... I could also get Bright Glass. Bright Glass, grab. Lotus Petal, nothing. No, I'm going to grab Valky. Cast it as Tibalt. Get Mana Tithe. Okay, I didn't. Oh, I'm going to kill this because it's another... I mean, if they just have Felia again... my Tibalt's already dead, so... Might as well. Yeah, they could have... Oh, is it Felia? Every time. This card is the bane of my existence in Cube, apparently. Should blink Tibalt. Okay, 4 Mirrodin. They blink the Scythe Cat to remove the token, the counters. Or no, they blink the Glimmer Lens. I don't know which one they blink. I blink the Glimmer Lens if they're cool. Cool, that dies. Oh my god. I do get a Headliner Scarlet. That's pretty neat. Put the counters on the Scythe Cat Cub. Cast that out. Cast out. Nope. Wrong mana. Undo. Your creatures can't block this turn. I probably also shouldn't have cast out Giver Runes. Because they're just going to blink it. I guess if they blink it, though, then I don't blink Scythecat Cub, which is okay. Okay, this is going to be tight. Man, the Thalia, 2 games in a row. Apparently is very bad for this deck. What are we blinking? Oh, and you get a counter if you blink Giver. That's pretty hot. That is a cool little synergy there. Blink the Giver. Okay. I respect it. They hit me for 7 here. They've got to have a play. It's a 4-drop. Wemperor. Okay. Eat my card draw. Because why not? Draw something good. Terratilla Kavu is not the worst. I kind of want to kill the Wemperor. No, I kind of want to put pressure on them. That lets me have, what's it called? Tribal Flames kill them. Yeah, let's hit them with a Scythecat Cub. Man. I had such a cool little play this game. I just had removal. That's kind of the big weakness of the decks like this, is that they have a problem with just getting hit with removal. Because they're so synergy based. Yep, Vindicate. Removal spell. Doesn't look like it. Oh, nope, it is a removal spell. Hit me for 10. No, it could be 9. It's probably 9. 10 would be a little ridiculous to swing with the Giver. My hope is to just top deck. If I can just top deck the Tribal Flames, I'm in a good spot. Come on, Tribal Flames, right off the top. They've gotten, I mean, they haven't been great top decking amazingly. They've been playing out a value-based game. Oh, Blink the Wemperor. Interesting. Yeah, I respect it. Is there anything else in my deck that deals with this board state? No. Good to know. Oh, and they gain too. They eat their own thing to even get around the Tribal Flames. And I'm dead. Okay. Well. Fuck. That was a quick match. Let's go to game 2. Well, match 2. And see if I can make up for that. Okay. Redemption time. Match 2. We've got the play yet again. A little bit less insane of a start. But it's still a turn 2 Oko. Which I like. Surveil on turn 1. I'll put that in my graveyard, and it fuels Titania later. Remember that. I did make some choices here, going more in on Titania combo. I built a more mid-range to aggro domain list, right? Than some of the other lists you can build. And so I'm going to be intrigued to see. I'll probably build a list similar to this once or twice the next couple months. With this, well, next like month or two with this iteration of the cube, and see if I can. Oh, okay. See if I can try some other versions of this list with more combo-oriented Titania. I've had success with that recently-ish. Not this version of the Moto Cube, obviously, but they know about the pedal. I'm gonna cast it out. Not this version of the Moto Cube, but recent cubes like the LSV Cube and the Alpha Frog Cube and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see if that version works better on this Moto list. I think it will. Combo is really strong. We've added some more combo support, even with like the Chain of Smog combo. People are just, I think, more in tune with the fact that combo and big splashy stuff is better right now than mid-range piles. You're either playing like super aggro or you're playing combo-y stuff. There is the mid-range, and those exist usually in the Black, White, and Mardu, where you can be super disruptive to the combo strategies, right? So, I think that maybe a mid-range deck like this is just a bit weaker in the current iteration, but maybe it'll redeem itself. Maybe I'll be able to pull out something crazy here. Wow, that's a good turn, too. That's a good turn. It's a good hand. Jesus Christ. I think an Oko would have done a decent job against that, but I'm just going to play what they know about. Because what would be sweet is if I drew like another land even, and I was able to just cast Titania, bring back the Polluted Delta, and then I could Fabled Passage from hand and crack it to get even another Titania trigger. Oh. I drank lemonade and it's all sticky in my, like, right around my mouth. Not anymore, but... Draw card, discard. This card's really fun. I really like its design. I'm going to F6 here for just 1 second because I'm annoyed at having to click F2 multiple times. Currency Converter has impressed me. I was low on it at first, and that card is just proven to be a house. It's like Retrofitter. Okay, well, we're going to just crack the Fabled. I'm like a counterspelled here, but I've still got a Neshoba Brawler back up. Ooh, I got all my basics in play. That's a little bit interesting. Titania? Resolves? Right? It resolves? Okay, they make a treasure. I'll leave it to fucking... Yeah. I got a bad feeling about this. It's a trap. Insert Admiral Akbar. Right here. Yeah, cast your Mystic Confluence. I know. Yep. Nope. I will not. I knew it was coming. As soon as they made the treasure, I was like, I'm getting Mystic Confluenced. It's okay. It happens. We all suck sometimes. Like, I don't know. I had a really definite game plan with that hand, and the Thoughtseize effect, the Inquisition, really got me. It was not good. 4 card types, though, I can just unholy heat that with a red off the top. A red right off the top. Teferi Time Raveler. I see. I'm F6 here. I don't know why I'm not. That's quite intriguing. I could kill that with an Unholy Heat. Let's just cast that on a Neshoba Brawler. Tell me it's at least a minor problem. Especially if they swing. But it also just gives the Teferi something to bounce. I don't know, dude. I think I've probably lost this game 1. They have a good amount of card advantage. I know that they don't actually have card advantage, but with the card selection they've gotten off this Currency Converter, the Teferi in play, and the mana advantage they currently have, they have a dominating presence on the game at the moment. I am on the back foot. I also have 3 red cards in hand and no red source. That is only going to exacerbate my problems even further. Okay, bounce the Neshoba Brawler. Not my least favorite thing to have happen. Man, it would be cool if I could draw a red source. 3 mana, what are we seeing? Jeskai, good spell. What cost Jes? Oh, 4th for 1. Yeah, I'm gonna concede. They're gonna run away with the game now. I don't have quite enough to fight through that. Days for Counterspell War a little bit, I think. I think that's what I want. I'm gonna cut Bright Glass. I just don't think it's doing quite enough. Fallen Shinobi could be good. Good way to mana sink. Cut the Uro. I don't really want the game going that long. Early Sylvan. Got Days Up. I'll keep this. Sparas. And if I draw the dragon off the top. It's a turn 2 dragon. Yeah, I'm F2. Okay, good. I thought I F6 for a minute with days up, and I was like, what am I doing? Because that's a very me thing to do. Ooh. It does super delay my hand, but Mother Runes is a big problem in this matchup for me. Getting that out of the way is nice. It's yeah, I really don't like getting that on the back foot, but play out the spars again. Play out the Badlands and Sylvan Library next turn, and that'll help me recover some advantage. Also, this is a deck that Sylvan's very good into because it tends to scale its threats, or it's just gonna curve out, you know. And I could just be an idiot. So, who the fuck even knows? I certainly don't. I'm just gonna kill that while I have mana. And then I get dazed. Nope. Yeah. Next turn I can play Feel the Dead, Sylvan. I would like to do that sooner rather than later. Oh man. Monastery Mentor. Cool. A much scarier threat for me. Unholy Heat? Not Unholy Heat. It is a Territorial Kavu. It's a good threat. We're still going to do what I discussed, and I'm going to Sylvan and pray for it to resolve. If it gets dazed here, it's so bad for me. Play the Field of the Dead. F6. Pass with 3 lands on turn 4, because daze is good in this deck. I mean, it's also interesting with landfall triggers and stuff. It's genuinely pretty interesting, but womp womp. Okay, so I'm gonna take a hit here and probably have my Sylvan Library bounced. That's what I'd do if I were them. Yeah, you bounce that. I don't know what Tibalt can exile. I think it's creature. I'll go look. Tibalt. Artifact or creature, so not a lot, honestly. But I can snag the Monastery Mentor. If I rip a Moxen off the top, I'm just gonna go for it. I actually need to look something up. So we're gonna look something up. Does Teferi mess up Bring to Light? It does. Cool. That's real bad for me. Glad I checked, though. You know, glad I fucking checked. We're gonna play that and pay 2. We're gonna go green, red, Territorial Kavu, Scion of Draco. Putting 9 power into play is pretty good. I'm pretty happy about that, honestly. Lets me deal with Teferi, probably. I don't have a fetch land at the moment. I haven't seen Strip or Wasteland once, which is really improbable. But it's okay. If I go 0 and 3, it's gonna feel so bad. I like this style of deck a lot. The Nadu version is, I think, the strongest one in the modern day of the mid-range. I think the combo version is still better, but it's a lot harder to build. Bright Glass is also really interesting because you can go grab Zernorp and Fast Bond. So if you have like a Ramanop, you can instantly assemble that infinite. So I think that's one of the reasons Bright Glass is interesting to me. I've seen that combo in like Canlander a bunch, where Fast Bond is legal, you know? Oh my god. Draw a card, bounce. Cool. And then Teferi gets to go up to 3, which doesn't actually matter by the time these resolve. I get hit for 5 here, though. Yeah. I'm just not able to win. Like, not able to keep stuff on board. That's Fabled. We're gonna cast out Scion of Draco. We're going to cast out Territorial Kavu. Play out Fabled Passage. We're going to say go. Oh, man. Like, I mean, the 5/5 first strike trample's pretty scary, to be honest. It's pretty good. They got 5 cards in hand. Like, there's no way they don't have an answer. Now, if that answer's like a board wipe or something, it's not. It's bad for me still. Like, I still kind of lose. The Teferi's just got such a lock on things with it being able to stick around and uptick to another 3. Especially with my main things I'm trying to do being Bring to Light. Okay. And they probably got counters in hand. They pass through combat. That's a good sign for me. I will block a Monastery Mentor with the Territorial Kavu. Okay. I'm pretty pleased. Fabled Passage, I'll grab green, red. You can go grab red. Yeah, I kind of don't want to top deck a land. So I'm going to just do this right now. I can't go grab red, actually. I'm lying. Chrome Mox. Okay. That's weird. Let's go combat, attacks. I'm going to send them both at Teferi so I can resolve Bring to Light. How much does Tibalt come in on? 5 goes to 7. That just dies instantly. Attack with all creatures. I mean, if I just hit them, it's 9. It's half their life. I'm going to split the difference, and I'm going to discard... If I do draw... Pitch Chrome Mox. Get Spring Heart? Okay. Could lead to some interesting things later. It gets cast as an aura, right? So it's not a creature when you bestow. Funny with Monastery Mentor. They probably have interaction here. Oh, maybe not. First strike, regular strike. That's super neat. Blue. White. Black. Cast for 4. This is definitely getting counterspelled, but that's kind of okay. It did not. This is so wild to me that this isn't getting counterspelled ever by this opponent. Like, I feel like this opponent should have counterspells. I do that, and then I go Tibalt. Cosmic Imposter, and then I'll go up to 7. 3, I mean, and I'm going to uptick to essentially draw 2. And then next turn, I mean, they're going to beat Tibalt to death. It's, ooh, Wasteland. I'm going to Wasteland this Tundra. I don't know. Seems like the best target at the moment. Prismatic's interesting with like the Spring Heart and stuff. Put a Spring Heart on Territorial Kavu, crack the Prismatic, make 2 copies of Territorial Kavu. That's getting close to winning. Getting close to winning, maybe. They still have 4 cards in hand. And that's scary. I think if my first match and the first game of this match had gone better, I would feel more confident in this position. But as it stands, I'm just like, oh, I'm probably going to get blown out here. Which maybe is a sign the deck isn't really doing a lot. I mean, game 1, I did think I had that line with Tribal Flamesing them. So I felt kind of okay in that spot. But then they gained life, and I was like, oh my god, and they gained the life. I didn't draw the card anyway, so it didn't matter, but... Okay, cracking the Flooded. I mean, I'm F6 here. I'm not gonna pretend I have free interaction when I don't. Okay. Okay, doesn't take the 2. Doesn't put themselves in Springheart and Tugo lethal range. Nuts. I mean, 1 prowess spell. Or 2 prowess. Wait, is 2 prowess spells just I'm dead? It's 4 plus 4. No, 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 it's not. Okay. Whoa. They're gonna have to pay 5 here. Wait, they paid 0? Oh, am I just dead? They gotta have 3 spells here. This is a weird sequencing thing. Toxic Deluge hasn't resolved yet. What is happening right now? So they have 3 spells, I'm dead. Okay. So go get another non... Is it a non-creature that gets a non-creature? What could this be? What does it mean? What does it mean? Okay, they put me down very low. Oh, that's lethal. I don't know how I messed up that math. Okay, well, shit. You are probably sitting there going, it's lethal. And I'm just like, no, it's not. What are you talking about? It's not lethal. The experiment is not going well so far, so let's see if we can turn that around. I will see you in match 3 for, hopefully, a victory to go 1-2 and feel at least okay about things. Match 3 redemption, and match 3 redemption is looking like this is a keep. And I know that's incredibly greedy. But what I'm thinking is turn 1 Lush Portico, turn 2 Lotus Petal out the Bristly Bill, Wasteland. You know? I'm just F6 here. I don't know why I'm so used to playing control. What? Why? Why not do this to yourself? And then you could fetch. Why are you trying to get minor information on my deck? So, I know seeing the top card of your opponent's deck is good, right? It's a good thing. Gives you information you didn't otherwise have. You get to see some stuff. But if you have a fetch land, you can bauble yourself. And then you fetch if you don't like it. That's why you also fetch on your turn here. So you can I don't get that, why that happened that way. They had such a good, I'm going to go get a Taiga and turn 1 out of Bristly Bill. Jesus Christ. That really fucking pisses me off, sorry. I get very annoyed about shit like that. Where I'm just like, that is such a wrong way to be using that. Because they had, like, it's not like they just, like, didn't have it. I also fuck up all the time in this game. I totally, like, get not playing optimally. I'm not trying to say that I play optimally, but, like, there's some things you just, like, maybe you just don't know that. So you should learn it, right? It's like learning how to brainstorm. If you didn't know that you could brainstorm wrong, type in the comments, you can brainstorm wrong, and it will be a funny Friday Nights reference. I'm going to wasteland the shit out of this person and hopefully fuck up their day. That is the hope of this. Attack. And the reason I think this is a very good wasteland opportunity is I have a very aggressive threat right now that's going to be scaling, and so delaying any cards they play is good for me. Oko. Oh. So, I have a feeling whatever they play is going to have an ETB effect, which sucks. However, they've fallen for one of the classic blunders called I get to eat that. And discard the headliner. Oh, that's so bad. That is really rough for me. Especially because they gain life. Ooh. Ooh. Let's Lush Portico, Surveil. Land, land, land. I'm going to keep Scythecat Cub on top. I think it's scary enough that that's good. Okay. Next turn we're going to Scythecat. Oh, what is their thing here? Crack Mindstone. That's pretty big for me. So we're going to Scythecat Cub, play Feel the Dead. Maybe the card after that is like Breeding Pool. That would be pretty cool. We're not gonna play our land first. We're gonna cast Scythe Cat Cub. We're not gonna get mana drained. We're gonna Field of the Dead. Puts a counter on that. We go to their turn. Bristly Bill and Scythe Cat Cub in play would have been sick, but you know what happens. Oh shit, what's happening here? Oath of Druids. Okay. It's gonna be something for sure. Do I have any disenchants? No, I don't. Okay. Well, I can hope they mill themselves though with the Druids. Oh. Okay. It's a little wild, in my opinion. I'm just gonna smack you in the face for 4. Hit for 4. Be in not that good of a position. There'd be 3 more lower. Be at 12 after this attack. That's not insanely low. Jesus. Headliner's in bin. Headliner could have been a way back to like blow through some. Okay, that's Emrakul. I have no way to cast Bring to Light. I have no way to live through an Emrakul. Am I gonna go 0 and 3? Jesus Christ. And Emrakul kills me in 1 hit, which doesn't matter because I'm dead in 1 hit anyway, and I was already dead in 1 hit because of sacking this and getting the Archon back, and concede? I think I pressed undo, which makes sense. I should undo my decisions, apparently. I'm gonna take Daze in. Unholy Heat comes out. Jesus Christ, what else even comes out? Not a lot else interacts with the board, honestly. I mean, I could drop Tribal Flames for Fallen Shinobi. No, Baleful Man. Nope, that's protection from that. Fallen Shinobi is pretty good, honestly. Cut Uro. I don't. The game cannot go long or I lose. Can honestly cut Springheart for Baleful, but that's just not quite getting there. Okay, well, let's see if I can do this. Chroma, turn one out of Scythe Cat Cub, hit for 4. Yeah, I like that. Like that plan. Got a Leyline Binding for their mana turn 2 if I want to do hit for 3 instead. Wait, could I still? Yeah, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna pitch Valky to Chrome Mox. Pay 2. Chrome Mox cast. Exile Valky, Scythe Cat Cub. Like, I feel like I'm being so aggressive and I'm just like ramming at Mach speed into a brick wall. Like, it's crazy. They've just been so resilient to mid-range stuff. I mean, let me know. Let me know if you think there's something I could have done differently. Here, I think an okay time to Mishra's Bobble me. Nothing to Leyline Binding. Fabled Passage. Oh, I probably could have done this. I'm actually going to wait on Fabled Passage. Hit them for 3, and then next turn I get to hit for 4, double them. Yeah, I get to hit for enough next turn. I go get a white now. So this will cost 2. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, for those of you who don't know, oh wait, no, I don't need to go wait. If it's the second time this ability resolved, you double the counters on the creature instead. The third and fourth and fifth time, it's nothing new. But the second time you double, which is very relevant because it means that you I'm going to go from 4 to 6 power next turn. I kind of want to exile Talisman Curiosity, but I don't super think I need to. Okay, yeah. Play the Jet Mirrors. Do that. Fetch. Got a blue. Let's get double green. That's the more common one in my deck. Double. Go to combat, hit for 6. And then with a land, be threatening lethal next turn. I may have just screwed myself. I didn't. Okay, good. I pressed F2 during combat, to be clear. Show roller. Okay. Whew. So if I draw a land, I have them threatening lethal. If not, they're going to be at 1, which is a little unfortunate. A show and tell for an Archon here would be awkward for me, but not unbeatable. I pitch, bring to light, and put the Leyline Binding in. I also choose what I put in before. Okay, cool. I feel like you wait one more turn to dig in case I don't have the land there, but I also get just knowing your deck and being like, I don't have an out to this. But they have like show and tell for what's it called? Biggest guy. I just talked about it. Archon of Cruelty. Classic biggest guy, Archon of Cruelty. This needs to mulligan. We can try this. We'll see what we top deck. Mox Pearl would be kind of absurd. Come on. Ugh. Yeah, so we're gonna fetch for what's it called? Sparas? I think Sparas. Mishra's is good. Mishra's me. I'm not even gonna draw that card, dude. Like, that's the craziest bit, is I'm not even gonna draw that card. I'm gonna fetch an end step. Fetch with Scalding Tarn. Fetch it right up. I get Jet. Yeah, no, I want to get an island. And this has white. Okay. Badlands off the top. Badlands off the top. Nah, it's breeding pool. So this currently costs 6, which is too much. Green, Scythe Cat Cub. And we can daze if need be. I probably should have played out Breeding Pool, honestly, because my life total is not that important. And if I daze, it's going to be real awkward. Well, it's okay. Yeah, definitely should have played out Breeding Pool, but live and learn. Concession. I mean, that would be a little bit of an awkward concession. Oh, they had the land, too. That's a classic. Classic, I had the land and I cast the thing first. Yeah. I had a game at one point where I dazed someone, force spiked, and mana tithed someone. And on the force spike, they had the land, but they're waiting until post combat because if they had a tapped land, they're trying to decide what to play. That was not a good day for them. Okay, begin combat, attack. Hit this person in the face. What would I do right now if they sneak attacked? I'd probably Leyline Binding. Leyline Binding costs 3 less, so it's currently a 3 mana spell. I could just hard Leyline Binding next turn. I'm gonna put in Luminarch in case it's. I feel like I need to put in Leyline Binding though in case it's like well, no, Emrakul doesn't matter. There. It's okay. Talisman. Neat. Neat, neat, neat. Oh, I think I'm gonna go. So this Leyline in hand, I have enough options to play around what they do. And once I start resolving like food and stuff, it's pretty scary. Once I also get a fetch land, this Luminarch becomes very appealing. Yep, that happens. Goes to 4, move to combat, hit for 4. Speaking of 4, and then cast out Oko, the Thief of Crowns. Make a food. I could also... No, I'm going to just make a food and start the beatdown. Because that means next turn I could swing for... Well, with a fetch land, I could swing for a bajillion. 3, 4, 8, 10, 11. I could... Oh, no. I could swing for lethal next turn with a fetch land. Basically, I would play Luminarch, play the fetch land, put a counter on this, go to 3 counters, Luminarch trigger, put a counter on this, goes to 4 counters, crack the fetch before damage, double the counters, 8, this deals 10, this deals 3, because I make it a real boy. So, I already have 1 fetch out, so I only have 1 fetch in deck, so the chance... Oh, no, I've also got... What's it called? Not Forbidden Courtyard. Forbidden Orchard? No. Ooh, Strip Mine, speaking of forbidden things. It's gonna bother me, so I'm looking it up. I'm just not gonna be able to see it. Fabled Passage. Okay, thank you, game. I could strip their green. They already cast Oath. I'm gonna strip their red, actually. But Luminarch. Put the counter there. Strip mine the red. Float a red. We bolting Luminarch. Ooh, we're casting a spell that deals us damage. 4-drop that deals damage, instant speed, factor. Sorry, it doesn't deal damage. 4-drop requires triple blue. Cryptic Command. We're casting Cryptic Command. Bounce that. Draw a card. Okay. That 4-drop that deals damage. I am a little tired. I apologize. Put on the food. Swing for 4. Okay, so next turn we could do 4. We could do lethal next turn. Okay. Okay, especially that fetch. I don't even need like anything good to work out to do lethal. Okay, that helps them not die. Oh, they got a red. Oh, they prismatic fisted. Okay. I was like, whoa, they got a red source. Shocker. Shocker. Wow. How do I do this? So, Scythe Cat. We're gonna put stuff on the food. I like to pay 2. We're gonna bring you to 2 life. Should probably Oko pre-combat. But we're living fast and loose. Create a food. Oh, I can't steal their artifacts for this. I always forget how Oko's alt, Oko's -5 works, because I'm kind of an idiot sometimes. So even if they board wipe here, I still kind of have lethal. Even if they Emrakul swing, I'm dead. Okay, we got 1. So we're 1 and 3. No, 1 and 2. That's 1 and 3 isn't how this league works. We're not playing 4-round Swiss at a freaking pre-release or something. Okay, let's go through this list. Super duper aggressive. Oh, let me exit the list apparently. Super duper aggressive. Had the Ramonop strip and waste. Never assembled it. I would have liked a Renin 6 or something to go get those things. Field the Dead never worked out. I didn't have the sort of grindiness that a lot of these lists I think need to do that. And I was up against lists that just did not care about grinding. Like I wasn't against other mid-range lists. Like, I guess the first one was. I was against a very disruptive mid-range list. Then I was against control, and then I was against combo. And combo was able to out aggro with a little bit of disruption from a very helpful days. Um Control just countered all my shit and killed off the relevant threats I resolved. And the deck was not, and also just had some really, like, they had the fourth, they had the Teferi to counter the Bring to Light, they had the fourth to be aggressive, they had Monastery Mentor to be aggressive, they had a good aggro sort of, not aggro, but they had a good way of closing the game. That was control that can close the game, and that's what we should be building when we're building control, right? And the first list that I fought was just super, super, super dangerous, right? It's just like dangerous, super disruptive, sorry. Hand attack, tons of removal, tons of efficient 2-for-1 removal, too. Thalia both games into like Springheart and into early like aggressive plays that really committed my hand to the board. Just was great, and it killed me. And that player played very well, and I did not play around Thalia well, and that did not work out. So this was the aggressive version of sort of the domain stuff. Tribal Flame's so good. Leyline Binding's so good. Territorial Kavu. The only one I'm a little suspicious about is Scion, just because it's so much of the time it's hard to cast, unless you're really getting your domain online. So, but it was good. Oh, what's the spell that I kind of want to see? The 2-mana domain counter. 1 in a blue. Counter spell unless they pay mana cost equal to your lands. Maybe it's not 1 in a blue. Maybe it's 2 in a blue, and that's why it doesn't see play. Blue domain. I would love to see. Oh, it is 1 in a blue. Okay, cool. I would love to see evasive action. In the cube. That's one I would be interested in seeing. Here we go. This card. Counter target spell unless control plays 1 for each basic land type among lands you control. Right? Very simple. It's Tribal Flames, but as a mana leak. That's one I think would be neat, especially because even in like the Esper lists, it's usually just a mana leak, or in the teamer lists in like stuff. So that's a whole aside, but I think this list was not that strong. I think I should have gone in for the Titania comp a little harder. I wish I'd been able to pick up that Urza Saga Zern Orb, or pick up Sylvan Safekeeper, and then I would have grabbed Worldly Tutor or something like that, right? I think the combo is a much stronger way to approach it. Brightglass Gearhulk I still haven't found a place for. I think I have an idea of where it's supposed to go, but I just can't quite slot it in. It might be a card like Ketramos, where it's just a little too hard to draft and draft the cards that are needed to make it good, and it's just not a good enough card enough at the time. So that's my thoughts. I think Domain's fine. Don't force it, obviously. Find your strip mine when you're playing it, I guess. I didn't draw strip mine like ever, which was unfortunate. I drew it twice, and in moments where it didn't really matter. Take Fast Bond when you see it, and you're playing this kind of list. Like, not just in general, don't just always take Fast Bond. I think people are low on Fast Bond, they need to. I think this list could have been greatly helped by a Fast Bond. Just to dump out a bunch of lands, really trigger Scythecat Cup a couple times, get your like, it just could have been good. Yeah, I'm not upset with the list. I think some of the issues were my own. I think I drafted fairly. I think I drafted somewhat greedily and somewhat like aggressively. Like, I'm doing this. I was picking quickly. I was just taking what I wanted. But I think that can be fine sometimes. Play, have fun. It's Magic. It's not that serious. It's not the Pro Tour. Have fun. Thanks for joining, by the way. Don't forget to do all the algorithmy stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. Helps me know to keep doing this stuff. Helps me know that people enjoy it. And if there's anything else you wanted me to do, let me know. Say, play Legacy, play Canlander, stream Arena. I don't like seeing the Moto format. I will not switch mostly to Arena because I think it's less competitively viable than Moto, but I'll do some Arena stuff, I guess. I like drafting there for new set releases and stuff over Moto. But yeah, appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.